Well, let's switch gears and talk about some of the stuff that you've done outside of wrestling. I know you've been involved, well, I know you've done a lot of charity shows, have helped out with different causes. Talk to me about those experiences.
We the promoter Dino Sana we used to work for ran Triple WA out of Pennsylvania, and every year we would do Easter seals for him, and I think it was Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania. And they had news cameras there, and it was a whole telethon. It was on TV, like 24 hours or something like that. And wrestling was a part of that. And they had a bunch of the Easter Seal kids there, and we got to meet them. And it was just all around great experience. Anytime I do anything with kids, I have two kids of my own. I'm always there for you. You don't have to ask me twice. Done stuff with them, done stuff with Special Olympics, and actually now that I think of it, but the church I belong to, uh, we do something every year for Christmas where we go to like low income housing, and this one housing project we work with, it's one woman, and she runs like a pseudo daycare in the I don't know, I guess it's like a rec room they have at the apartment complex where
Hmm.
you can rent out if you have a party or something. But they have all these kids, like 30, 40 kids. It's low income housing. They all go there after school. They do their homework till their parents come home. So I remember I had the idea because I knew it was a low income housing. So I went over there, I spoke with the woman, and I said, my name's Mike. I'm from, the bridge. And we'd like to help out and do something for you kids for Christmas. And she said, oh my gosh, that would be great. She said, we actually had a company that was doing something for the kids, and then they backed out. She's like, some of these kids have never gotten a Christmas present ever. And my heart just broke right there. And then it broke even more when I was reading the letters from these kids. Some of these kids just wanted crayons, like, a coloring book, stickers. Like they have nothing, and they weren't greedy. Like most kids, like I want a bike, I want a pony, I want a puppet, I want a million different things. And this one little girl just wanted crayons. Like my heart really went out. So we uh we were able to get three or four presents for every single one of those kids. And I remember these two little kids, they had their bikes stolen, and I was just talking to one of my buddies at the gym. He doesn't even go to my church. And I was telling him the story. And he's like, are you serious? Two bikes? I was like, yeah. And they just got, they're like a week old. He actually went and bought two brand new bikes for these kids. And we've been doing that every year now for the past 5 years. And it just makes you feel good. Like you don't want anything returned. You just to see the smiles on these kids' faces makes it all worthwhile.
That's amazing that you've been able to do that.
Yeah.
You just never know what these kids are going through in their life. They're
Yeah.
they're suffering so much, and to see the joy in their faces when they receive these presents, it's all the best feelings in the world.
Absolutely. You're only a kid for so long, goes by like that. And, every kid should have a happy childhood. And, if we can help out the little bit we can, like I'm more than happy to do it.
Why do you feel passionate about giving back to the community?
That's a good question. I honestly, I'm assuming it's the way I was raised. I mean, my father was, it's cliche, but he's the best man I knew. My dad was my hero. Um, he was actually a Catholic priest for 20 years. He lived in Brazil 13 years. Um, he actually had to write a letter to the Pope back in the 60s saying he wanted to leave the priesthood to start a family. It took the Pope a year to get back to him, but he actually had the letter still signed from the Pope. Mike, absolutely. I wish you luck. God bless. You go raise a family. Thank you for all the service you've given the Catholic Church. I'm no longer Catholic. That's personal reasons, but I'm still Christian. And it's just seeing my father. My father was a teacher, same school for 37 years. Um, and just the way he would help people and do little things. I remember before he was a teacher, he ran a nursing home. And I remember this like yesterday, even though I was a little kid. There's this old man, Mr. Myers, who never had any family come to visit him, no friends. So my dad took him on as a family, and he came to all of our birthday parties, our family parties, and spent holidays with us. And I think just watching, my father, the way he treated people it's definitely a huge factor.
And it's always good to have role models in your life to look up to that exemplify and demonstrate the messages that they want to see from you and you instill in others. So it's good to have those people in your life.
Absolutely. I totally agree.